Good. Alrighty. So we're starting on the mat, feet together. So turning toes out, followed by heels, just looking down at your feet, making sure they're tracking straight and parallel to each other. Soft through the knees, hips facing forward, shoulders round and down and ears over the shoulders. Placing the hands on the hips, and we're going to rock that pelvis forward and back. So flattening through the lumbar spine and arching through the lumbar spine, finding the halfway point between the two. Nice neutral spine position. Placing the hands over the rib cage, drawing the shoulders down the back. Nice deep breath in through the nose, feel the rib cage expanding, and out through the mouth. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose, drawing those shoulders down the back, and out through the mouth again. So while we continue this deep lateral breathing, I want you to imagine that belt around your waist, drawing the sides towards each other. Belly button back towards the spine, and then feel those pelvic floor muscles like a lift coming up. 1, 2, 3. So tightness through the whole abdominal core region, but you can keep with that deep lateral breathing. So relaxing the arms down by your side, and we're going to start with those forward shoulder rolls. Just nice big rolls, releasing any tightness in those shoulders. Going to go one more time forward, and then we're going to reverse up to the ears, over the mountain and down the other side, really squeezing those shoulder blades together at the back. Nice deep breaths. One more time. We're going to slide the shoulders down the back, relax the arms down by the side. On the in-breath, we're going to float the arms out to the side and reach the arms up towards the ceiling. On the out breath, push the air away as we bring the arms back down. Good. One more time. In breath, floating the arms out to the side, reaching the hands up towards the ceiling, palms facing away from you. We're dropping the elbows down to shoulder height and then squeezing those shoulder blades together at the back. In breath, float the hands up towards the ceiling. On the out breath, we're dropping the elbows down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. As we do that, we're going to turn and look over the right shoulder. In breath to center, hands to the ceiling, dropping the elbows down to shoulder height. Turn and look over the left shoulder and squeeze those shoulder blades together. One more time to each side. In breath, hands to the ceiling. On the out breath, drop the elbows down, squeeze the shoulder blades, see if you can turn that head a little further. In breath, hands to the ceiling. Out breath, drop those elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades and turn and look over that left shoulder. Taking the hands back up to the ceiling, center the head, we're going to push the air away in front of you and then gently sweep the arms back, drawing those shoulder blades together and back up to the ceiling again. Good. Pushing the air away in front again, sweep the arms back, squeezing the shoulder blades together and up to the ceiling, and we're reversing it now, so bring the arms back, don't force it here, all the way around and back up to the ceiling again. One more time, sweep the arms back, all the way around, back up to the ceiling again. And then we're going to sweep the arms behind us, interlock those fingers, turn them inside out, roll the shoulders back, try and get the shoulder blades to touch behind you, and then lift the hands up away from the glutes. So you're getting that nice stretch through the front of the chest there. Holding that for a nice deep breath in and out. And then relax the hands down onto the glutes, but keep them interlocked. We're going to drop left ear to left shoulder here. Keep the right shoulder down the back. And we're going to go chin to chest. And very slowly, take your time with this. We're going to rub that chin along the chest there. Stretching out those neck muscles, ending up with right ear over right shoulder. And then chin to chest again, rubbing that chin along the chest. Ending up with left ear over left shoulder. We're going to center the head back up, unlock those hands, give those shoulders a bit of a roll. Good, and we're going into the half roll down here. So placing your hands onto the front of the thighs, scooping the belly button to spine on the in-breath. On the out-breath, we're flexing through that back, sliding the hands down towards the knees. Hook the hands on the knees. We're going to lengthen through the back now, and then very gently feeding on into that back extension. Draw the shoulders down the back. And then chin to chest, flexing through that back, rounding back up, and stack the spine, roll the shoulders back. Good, so one more time, sliding the hands down the knees, chin to chest, flexing through the back. Hook the hands onto the knees, lengthen through the spine, and then gently feed the belly button to the spine. Take the eyes to the ceiling, into that back extension, chin to chest, rounding up and stacking that spine. So coming back up to standing again. Good. So into the full roll down now when you're ready. So chin to chest, and then again peeling that vertebra off the wall behind you. One vertebra at a time, arms hanging, head hanging. Let the crown of the head weight you all the way down to your feet. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're scooping belly button to spine. Keep those knees soft. We're rounding back up, stacking that spine, coming up to standing, and roll those shoulders back. Good. One more time. Knees soft, chin to chest. We're rounding down. Head hanging, arms hanging like a rag doll. Just let the crown of the head weight you down to your feet. This time we're either going to hook the fingers underneath the toes or place the palms flat onto the floor. We're going to straighten through the left knee there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straighten through the right knee here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straighten through both knees, head hanging. Draw those shoulders down the back. Just breathing through that stretch. And then we're going to soften through the knees, scoop the belly button to spine. We're rounding back up, stacking that spine, roll the shoulders back and coming up to standing. Brilliant. So we're coming into our squats here now. So we're just going to take our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Make sure the feet are tracking straight here. We're going to imagine we're going to sit on the chair behind you. So take the weight back and then reaching the hands forward, keeping the chest nice and broad, and then pull back up through the front of the thighs there. Good. So into that squat, keep high and broad and proud through the chest and pull back up for 8 and pulling up. For 7, think about those knees, keep them tracking straight. For 6, and pull back up. For 5, and pull back up. For 4, and pull up. If you want to work harder, squat a little lower. For 3, and up. For 2, and pull back up. Last one here, into the squat, pull back up. So we're going to go into the squats again. And this time, as we pull up, we're going to go into a left side bend. Good. So squat, pull up, and right side bend. Good. And squat, pull up, and left side bend. Squat, pull up, and right. Good, we're going to do 2 more to each side. So we're squatting, keep those knees tracking straight, and left side bend, and squat, pull up, and right side bend. Good, last ones to each side. Squat, pull up, and left side bend. Good, and squat, pull up, and right side bend. Brilliant. Shake those legs off there. Okay, so we're going to go into the wider one. So we're going to take those feet a little wider and then turn those toes out. And remember, with this squat here now, we want to be keeping the shoulders over the hips, so we're not taking those bottoms out. And we're going to sweep the arms out to the side as we lower, and then back up to the ceiling to stand. Good. So we're squatting for 9 and up. Good. For 8, remember taking those knees out to the side. For 7, it's a bit of the ballet plie. Good. For 6, and pull back up. See if you can squat a little lower. For 5, and up. For 4, really taking those knees out to the side. For 3, and pull up. For 2, and pull up. Last one here. Squat and pull up. So I'm going to try and do mirror image now for this next one. So we're going to go into the squat, and then we're going to straighten the right leg. Keep the left one bent. Good. So squat, straighten the left leg, and over. Good. So just come the same side as me. Squat and straighten the right leg. Squat and straighten that left. Good. Squat and straighten the right leg. Squat and straighten the left. One more to each side. Squat, straighten the right leg. Squat and straighten the left. I can't remember, was it one more to each side? Squat, straighten the right leg, sorry. Squat and lose count. And straighten the left. Back to a squat. And pull back up. Excellent work, everyone. Shake that off. Good. So we just come to standing. Circle those hips round. Loosen that back off. Circle them the other way. Excellent. Good job. So, having your chair on your right side. Probably easiest to have the back of the chair towards you. I'm just going to drop my camera down a fraction. Okay, that's a little bit. Now I'll just come forward a little bit here. Actually, I need to go back, don't I? Okay, so holding on to the chair, we're actually going to be working the left leg here. So the leg away from the back of the chair. Try to do it without the support of the chair, but have it there if you need it. So really planting that right foot into the mat there, nice and broad through the foot. We're going to point that left toe forward. Good. And we're lifting the left leg up without hitching that hip up, and tap the floor. Good. For 5, and tap. 4, and tap. 3, and 2. Last one here. Good. And we're taking the leg out to the side here. And we're bringing the leg out and tap. For 5. And 4. For 3. And 2. Last one here, out to the side. We're going to slide the leg back, soften through that front knee and ever so slightly lean forward, and we're lifting that leg, lifting that leg up to the back and lower. Good. For 5 and lower, 4 and 3. Good. Reach that leg back for 2. And last one here. Good. Coming up to standing. If you want to just have a bit of a shuffle from side to side. And then back onto that right foot. We're pointing the toe in front. We're lifting the leg up, out to the side. Reach the leg back and bring it on forward. So up, out to the side, reaching to the back and bring it on forward. 3 more, up, out to the side, reaching back and bring it on forward. 2 more, up, out to the side, reach it back and forward. Last one, up, out to the side, reach that leg back, bring it back to the floor, and then we're going to circle those hips again. Good job, everyone. Circle them nice and big. Perfect. We're going to take the chair now, place it on the other side. Good. So planting that left foot into the floor. We're pointing that right toe forward, thinking about your hips not hitching. And we're lifting and lower. Good. For 5 and lower, 4 and lower, 3 and 2. Good. Lift and lower, and then we're taking the leg out to the side here, and we're lifting the leg up and lower for 5 and lower, 4 and 3. Good. For 2. And last one here, lower back down. We're taking the leg back, bend that front knee slightly, keep the chest proud, and we're taking it back for 6 and 5. Good. For 4 and 3. For 2. And last one here. Good. So we're going to do the full circle. So take the leg forward, up, out to the side, reaching it back and bring it on through. Forward, out to the side, reaching back and bring it on through. Good. Forward, side, back. 2 more. Forward, side and back. Last one here. Forward, side and back. Lower that foot back down. Excellent job. Circle those hips round, both directions. Good work there, everyone. Brilliant. So we're now going to be standing almost like we're on all fours now. So hands onto the chair. We're standing with the feet a little further, so we don't want to be too hunched up, basically. So just take those feet where you feel you can get nice and neutral spine there, broad through the shoulders, level through the pelvis. And from here, we're going to go into the cat stretch. So as we flex through the back, we're going to come up onto our toes, so lifting the heels up off the mat. As we lengthen through the crown of the head, we're going to take the heels back down to the floor, and then we're going to lift the toes up as we come into the back extension. Good. So keep the legs straight here. So up onto tippy toes for the flexion. Take the heels to the floor and then lifting those toes up for the back extension. Good, up onto tippy toes, rounding through the back. And then come back onto your heels, lifting the toes up for the back extension. We're just going to flex off, so rounding up onto those tippy toes and take the feet back down to the mat here. We're going to bend those knees now. Now imagine we're on the ski slopes if you've been watching the Winter Olympics. We're going to drop both knees to the right and we're going to turn and look over that left shoulder at the mat behind you. In, breath to center, and then drop both knees over to the, hips over to the left and turn and look over your right shoulder. Good. And we're just going to go from side to side here. Good. And you should be feeling it just at the top of the pelvis there. So sort of across that back a little bit. Good, we're going to do one more time to each side. Good, and over to the left, looking over the right shoulder. Perfect, come back up to standing now. We're going to step, a big step back with that left leg. Bend that right knee, so bend that forward knee, and we're going to push the heel into the mat. And pushing back through your hand. So you should be feeling it now through the back of that left calf, through the back leg there. If you're not feeling it, take it back a little further. Good, and just bend that front knee. Good, and we're just holding that stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7. Again, if you want to increase it, just bend that front knee a little bit more for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the position. We're now going to bend the back knee and straighten the front leg. Bring the toes up off the mat and drop the head down over the knee there. Okay? So the right leg is forward and straight. The back leg is bent. Good. And drop. Good. Everyone feeling it through their right hamstring there? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. All right. So we're going to change legs here. So we're going to take the right leg back now. Heel to the floor. Good. Push back through the hands, bending that left knee there. Good. And hopefully you're feeling it there through that calf. And just holding that for a nice deep breath in and out. Just take that leg back if you're not feeling much and lean into that chair a little bit. Good, and then staying where you are, don't move the legs. We're going to straighten the front leg, bend the back knee now, and then drop the head down over that left leg. Good. So the toes are coming up away from the mat there. Good, I'm just having a little look. So Teresa, just drop back into, almost sit back into your right. That's it, and then keep the front leg straight. That's it. Yeah, bring your front leg forward a bit more. That's it, good. And then bend your back knee and straighten that front leg and lift the toes up away from the mat. Good. Feeling it there? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you got it. That's it. Great. Nice deep breath in and out. Good. And then we're coming back to all fours again. So nice flat back there. So we're going to point the left toe back and reach it back to touch the wall behind you. Good. Tap the toe down to the floor, keeping it out behind. This time, as you reach the leg up, we're going to reach the opposite arm forward. Good, and lower. So remember, we're reaching forward and back here. We're trying to get length, not particularly get height. And lower. 2 more. Reaching forward and back. And lower. Last one here. Reaching forward and back. And lower. Good. Keep the leg long. Bring the hand underneath you. So we're going to keep the hands down now. We're lifting that leg back up. Bend the knee. Flex the foot. Take the foot to the ceiling, and we're pulsing it up. Just bend that right knee slightly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted, lengthen your leg away and lower back down. Brilliant. Just bend those knees a bit. Good. And we're straightening back up again. So we're pointing the right leg behind you. Just keep that left knee a little bit soft. And we're reaching that right leg behind. Touch the wall behind you. And lower. Try and keep the back of the head in line with the spine. And then we're going to reach back with the right leg, left hand forward. Good. So Catherine, you're just softening that knee. Don't bend it too much. That's it. So almost have it straight, and then you're just taking a bit of the pressure, so you're not sort of extending too much. That's it. Good. Okay, perfect. Good. We're going for 3, forward and back. So up for the 3rd one. Lower back down, bring the hand back underneath you. We're lengthening the leg back away again. Bend the knee, flex the foot, take the foot to the ceiling, and we're pulsing it up for 10, 9, just the leg, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted, lengthen the leg away. And lower back down. Brilliant. And then we're going to round back up, stacking that spine. We're going to come to sitting on the chair now. Good. Crown of the head up to the ceiling. Good. Everyone okay? Nice to sit down. Okay, brilliant. From here, we're going to be working on our arms. So we're taking the arms out to the side, palms to the ceiling. Just watch as your shoulders get tired. Make sure they don't start creeping up to your ears. And if it gets too much through your arms, just place your hands onto your shoulders. Okay, so from here, we're going to rotate the hands back and squeeze those shoulder blades together. So palms to the ceiling and squeeze. For 8 and squeeze. For 7 and squeeze. For 6 and squeeze. Good. Try not to move the upper body. Keep the crown of the head to the ceiling. For 3 and squeeze. For 2 and squeeze. Last one here. We're going to hold the squeezing, palms towards each other. Try and clap your hands. For 10, 9, 8, crown of the head up to the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the arms back out to the side, palms facing away from you. Feel what those shoulders are doing. Forward circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're reversing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax those arms down. Good, give those shoulders a nice roll. And then just one more time, we're going to drop chin to chest. And then just rub that chin along the chest. We're only going forward. Don't tip that upper body forward. Keep those shoulder blades squeezing together behind you. Good, just loosening that neck off. Bring the head back up to the center now. So we're going to take those knees out, the knees nice and wide, the heels towards the edges, the front of the legs of the chair there, and crown of the head up to the ceiling. So remember, we're sitting forward slightly on the chair. We're not sort of leaning back into the chair there. The crown of the head is up to the ceiling. From here, we're going to squeeze and open those knees out. And as we do that, we're going to fire up these glutes. So we're going to tighten those glutes and relax. Good. So squeeze the glutes for 9 and relax. For 8 and relax. 7 and relax. 6, really tightening up there. For 5 and relax. 4 and relax. For 3 and relax. 2 more, squeezing those glutes. And last one here, and relax back down. Brilliant. We're going to take those arms back out to the side, palms facing forward. We're going to take, so I'll try and mirror image again. I'm not very good at this. I'm going to take the right hand down to the right leg. Look at the left hand up to the ceiling. Come back up to the center, and then we're turning the left hand, follow the hand, right hand. Sorry, follow the hand with the head. I told you I'm not very good at mirror imaging. We'll start again. Okay, so we're doing right hand down to the floor, left hand up to the ceiling. Come back up to the center, and then the right hand is going back, and you're following the hand with the head. Good. And center, we're going to stay on this one side. So right hand down, left hand up, follow the hand with the head. And center, and then open the right hand back, follow the hand with the head. And center, one more time to this side, right hand down, left hand up to the ceiling. And center, and then we're opening that right hand back, follow the hand with the head, and center back up again. Brilliant. We're changing sides. So left hand down towards the floor, look at your right hand, and center, and then left hand goes back, follow the hand with the head, and center back up. Left hand down, look at the right hand, and center, and left hand goes back, follow the hand with the head. Last one here, left hand down, right hand looking at it, and center, and then the left hand goes back, follow the hand with the head, center back up, relax the arms down, and we're just giving those shoulders a nice roll back and forward. Good. So from there now we're going to place the hands behind the head. Again, make sure you're sitting a little bit forward from the back of the seat there. You don't want to be leaning back. You want to be a little bit more forward, have the space. Good. So we're going to reach down to touch the outside of that left ankle, and then feel you pulling up with these side muscles back up to the center again. Good. We're going to stay on that. Which side were you going? Right. So down to the right side and pull back up. Good. For 5 and pull back up. Take your time with this one. We don't want to be just pulling ourselves down and up. We really want to be working these muscles. For 4 and up, For 3, if you're not feeling it, reach that hand away from you a little bit. Good. Imagine something's on the floor over there. For 2. And up. Last one, down. And reaching back up. We're changing hands. So left hand down and pull back up. Good. For 4. And pull back up. So we remember we're working that left side here. 3. And pull back up. If you're not feeling it, reach it a little bit over. For 2. And up. Good. Last one on this left arm. Come back up. And now we're going to alternate. So we're going to go right hand first. Down. And up, and left hand down and pull back up. Good. So right hand, reach it away from you and up, and left hand down and up. Good. We're going to do 2 more to each side. Right hand and pull up. Left hand. So we shouldn't be feeling our backs at all. Only those side muscles as they pull us back up. And up. Good. Left hand down and up. 1 more to each side. Last one to the right. And down to the left. And reach it back up. Good. Relax those shoulders. We're going to drop the head down, wrap the hands round the back of the legs there, head down to the mat, and just breathing through that stretch there. Good, nice deep breaths. Brilliant. Okay, so when you're ready now, we're going to come down to our mat. To a kneeling position. Kneeling position. Yeah, we're going to come down to kneeling on the mat. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get my camera in the right place here. Good. So we're kneeling on the mat there. We're going to bring the left leg forward here. So quite a nice step forward. We're going to drop slightly through that left knee. So we should be feeling a bit of a pull here now. Just do it through this right hip flexor muscle here. Okay. And then we're going to reach the right arm up to the ceiling and then come over to the left. And at the same time, driving that right hip forward. Good. Everyone feeling that there? Okay, and then place the right hand onto the waist, bring the left arm up to the ceiling, watch your balance here, and then very slowly over into a side bend over the other way. Good, and back up onto all your knees. So we're going to change legs here. I'm going to bring that right leg forward now, or left leg forward, sorry. Well, I think we're all might be on different legs. As long as you change your legs, that's fine. Good. So driving the hip forward, just make sure the knee doesn't overshoot those toes. That's the main thing. As long as the toes are in front of the knee, then bring the arm up of the leg that's going back and over into the side bend there. Good. So the arm of the leg that is going back, the other hand can be resting on the knee there. Good. And then take the hand, place it onto your waist and bring the opposite arm up and over into the side bend. Good. Just watching the balance there. Brilliant. And center back up. Good. We're going to come down to sitting on the mat, legs out into the V there. So nice and wide. Flexion through the feet, crown of the head up towards the ceiling there. Good. So we're going to slide the right hand down towards the right ankle. Left arm comes over the top and take the eyes to the ceiling. Good. And then from there, we're going to take the chest over that right knee. Bring that left hand over to the right side, to the outside of your leg. Good. And drop the chest over the knee there. Good. Walk the hands across the center of the V now. Stop yourselves in the middle, and then we're going to look forward, so look towards the camera. Use the gripping your hands on the floor to lengthen through that back a bit. So we don't want to be scrunched up. We want to get nice and long through that back, shoulders down your back. Left hand onto the left ankle. Right arm comes over the top, eyes to the ceiling. And then we're going to take the chest over the knees, bringing that right hand to the other side of that leg there. Drop the chest down over the knees. Good. And then we're going to walk the hands back to the center again. Same thing, looking long. Try and get nice and long through that back, shoulders down. Good, and then we're going to go chin to chest, rounding back up and stacking that spine. Brilliant. So we're going to come to lying on our side now. If we come onto our right side, we're going to have the elbows underneath the shoulder. The waist is lifted up away from the mat. And we're lengthening the neck out of the shoulder there. We're taking that top arm up to the ceiling. So on the in-breath, we're floating the arm back. Follow the hand with the head. On the out-breath, we're bringing the arm round, palm down, feeding through the gap and creeping those fingers away. Good. In-breath, arm to the ceiling. Push that top hip forward. Follow the hand with the head. On the out breath, we're bringing the arm round, palm down, feeding through the gap and creeping those fingers away. Good. Last one here. In breath, arm to the ceiling. Push that top hip forward. Follow the hand with the head. On the out breath, bring the arm round. Palm down, feeding through the gap, creeping those fingers away, holding that stretch for a breath. Good. And then take that top arm up to the ceiling. We're going to bring it down just in front of you. Slide your supporting elbow away and just cup your head in your hand. Catch hold of your top ankle. Take the heel to the glutes here, and then we're going to slide the knee back till we feel a nice stretch through the front of the quadricep there. Any pinching in the back, tuck your tailbone underneath you, so try and flatten through the lower back. And just make sure that knee is in line with the hip, so we don't want that knee lifted or dropped down, nice and level with your hip there, good. And on each out breath, see if you can slide that knee back a little bit further. Good, one more time, deep breath in. As we breathe out, slide that knee back a little bit further. Good, and then shake that leg off, brilliant. So we're going to come into a plank position now. I think ideally, really, if we can do it on our forearms, holding the plank position. If you hate the plank position, get in the position and then just drop those knees down to the floor, okay? So get the plank and then drop the knees down and hold that position. I'm going to come forward and have a look at the screen, and I'm going to count for you. So we're going for 15 seconds. Good. So up into your plank, good. Drop those knees if it gets too much for you. And we're holding that for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Lower the knees down. Sit back on your heels if you can. Head down to the mat. If you can't sit on your heels, just stay lifted up. Good job, everyone. Have a nice breather, rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to lying on our left side now. Good. So up onto the elbow underneath the shoulder, knees and feet are stacked, waist lifted up, top arm up to the ceiling. So on the in-breath, we're going to push that top hip forward, follow the hand with the head. On the out-breath, we're going to bring the arm round, palm down, feed through the gap and creep those fingers away. Good. In-breath, arm to the ceiling. Push that top hip forward. Follow the hand with the head. On the out-breath, we're bringing the arm round, palm down, feeding through the gap and creeping those fingers away. Good. One last time now. In-breath, arm to the ceiling. Push that top hip forward. Open the chest up to the ceiling. On the out-breath, bring the arm round, palm down, feeding through the gap, creeping those fingers away. Hold that for a breath. Good. Take that top arm back up to the ceiling. Bring the hand down in front of you. We're going to slide the elbow away, cup your head in your hand, catch hold of that top ankle, heels to the glute, and then slide that knee back until you're feeling that nice stretch through the front of the thigh there. And we're just holding that stretch for a nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, see if we can increase that stretch slightly. And deep breath in as we breathe out, increasing it back a little bit more. Good. One more time. Deep breath in as we breathe out, slide it back a little bit further. Good. And then we're going to relax that leg, give it a pat off. And guess what? We're coming back into a plank again. So when you're ready, if it feels too much, just get in position and then just drop those knees down to support you. Good. So we're holding that plank position when you're ready for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down. Come back to sitting on your heels. Good job, everyone. Just rock from side to side and loosen that back off a little bit. Brilliant. Good. So we're going to come to sitting on your mats now. Knees are bent and holding the arms out in front of us. So we're going to do the roll back C curve, but what we're going to do is we're going to keep coming lower and lower until you get to the point where you're not going to be able to come back up. So you're just going to keep coming down to the mat and reach the arms over, and then we're going to try and do one full roll up and coming forward. Okay, now if you know that you can't, coming full roll up is an issue for you, then just once you're down on the mat, just stay down, because we won't be doing very many of the roll ups. Okay, so we'll start with knees bent, crown of the head up to the ceiling, arms out in front of you. Deep breath in, draw the belly button to the spine, C curve that back, and we're coming back into that C curve, and then rounding back up and stacking that spine. Good. So we're going to go a little bit lower this time. Draw the belly button to spine. We're rounding back, and then we're rolling back up and stacking. So a little lower this time. So draw the belly button to spine. We're rounding back, and then rounding back up. Perfect. This next one, we're going to come all the way down. So we're rounding back, C-curving that back, come all the way down, reach the arms over the top, lengthen the legs away, close the feet together. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to take the arms to the ceiling, come up from the breastbone, look at your toes, and we're rounding back up. Good. And reach forward over your toes. Perfect. Stacking that spine, shoulders down the back. Draw the belly button to spine. One more time. We're rounding back. Lumbar, thoracic. Take the head down. Reach the arms over the top. Deep breath in as we breathe out. Last one. Arms to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone, looking at your toes. We're rounding back up. Reach the hands over the toes. This time we're going to grab hold of those toes or ankles, calves, whatever you can get hold of. Drop the head down between the arms. Good. And then stacking that spine. And we're drawing the belly button to spine as we C-curve that back. We're rounding down. Reach the arms over the head, back of the hands on the floor. Feet are in flexion. And we're going to lengthen that left heel away from you. At the same time, you're going to lengthen that left arm away. And relax. And then we're going to lengthen right heel away and right arm away. And relax. Good. One more time to each side. Left arm reaching to touch the wall behind. Left heel. And relax. And then we're going to go right arm, right heel. And relax it back down. Perfect. Bring the arms down by your side. We're going to bend those knees now. Knees and feet are hip width apart. Good, and we're going to come up into the shoulder bridge position. So when you're ready, drawing the belly button to spine on the in-breath. On the out-breath, we're curling that pelvis up, peeling that vertebra one at a time as we come up into the shoulder bridge position. Lifting those hips up as high as possible, but drop that rib cage down. Check there's no tension through the neck and shoulders. As we come back down, one vertebra at a time, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. Good. One more time, deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're curling that pelvis up, peeling the vertebra one at a time. As we come up into the shoulder bridge position, hips lifted, rib cage down. From here, we're going to drop those glutes 5 centimeters and then squeeze and lift them back up. Good. So 9 to drop and lift. 8 and squeeze. 7 and squeeze. For 6, squeeze it back up. For 5 and squeeze. 4 and lift. 3 and push it back up. For 2, really firing those glutes. Last one, lifting it back up, and we're coming back down. One vertebra at a time. Keep the pelvis curled up until the end. We're going to hug those knees into your chest now. Rock from side to side. Loosen off the back there. Brilliant. Okay, so we're taking the feet back down to the floor here. Having the knees and feet hip width apart, even maybe slightly wider than hip width apart. We're going to take the arms out to the side and palms to the ceiling. So we're going to drop, so we're not stacking the feet. We're going to come onto the side of the feet here. So we're going to take both knees down to the right, head goes to the left. And then we're just going to take the knees from side to side, making sure when we send to those knees that we take the lumbar spine to the mat. And we're just dropping those knees from one side to the other, just loosening that back off there. As I say, really trying to get the knees down to the floor, but not forcing it. We're going to center the knees up now after your last one. We're going to close the knees and feet together. And then this time, keeping the feet stacked, we're going to take both knees over to the right, head goes to the left. And then you're going to lengthen that top leg over the bottom knee, toe towards the floor. Good. And just breathing through that stretch, sliding the foot up towards your open hand, just to increase that stretch. And then stacking knees and ankles together. Take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up. Good. On the out breath, we're going to take both knees over to the left, head goes to the right. And then we're lengthening that top leg over the bottom knee, toe to the floor. Good. Just breathing through that stretch. And then we're going to stack knees and ankles, take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up. We're just going to open those knees and feet back to hip width apart. Place the hands up onto the front of the thighs. So I'll just show you the first one. We're going to go chin to chest, and then we're going to slide the hands up towards your knees. As we do that, we're really drawing that belly button down into the spine there. We're going to do that once, then we're going to hook the hands and squeeze and lift, and then we're going to pulse it. But when I say pulse it, we're closing and opening those core muscles. So it's not pulling your neck there. If that isn't comfortable with the neck, then you can just place the hands and cradle your head there. And if that still isn't comfortable for the neck, then I just want you to go into a toe tap, okay? So the choice is yours. If you have neck issues, just do the toe tap. Otherwise, we've got the hands in the front of the thighs, drawing the belly button to spine. Come up from the breastbone, so you're looking through the knees. Slide the hands up to the top of the knees and lower back down again. Good. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, draw the belly button to spine, chin to chest, slide the hands up. Then we're going to hook the hands behind the knees. Squeeze yourselves a little bit higher by closing these abdominals. Hands back onto the knees, and we're lowering back down again. Good. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, chin to chest, slide the hands up. We're hooking the hands behind, squeeze a little higher, keep hold of your thighs here, and we're going to pulse it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Good. We're going to do that one more time. We're sliding the hands up, chin to chest, hook the hands, squeeze a little higher, keep hold of your thigh, and we're opening and closing those abdominals for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down again. Brilliant. Hug those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side there. So while you're doing that, I'm just going to show you the next one. We're going to bring the legs back to tabletop, come back up from the breastbone, looking through your knees. We're going to lengthen the one leg and tap the knee of the bent leg. Neck issues, either support the head or leave the head down and just take those legs a little bit higher if you're keeping the head down. Make sure that back is locked down, okay? So choosing which one you're going to do, legs in tabletop, come up from the breastbone, looking through your knees. We're going to lengthen the right leg and tap the knee of the left and change. Good. So we're going for 5 and 5, for 4 and 4, for 3 and 3, for 2 and 2. Last ones here. Good, and we're going to hug those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Excellent work, everyone. Well done. Good job. So we're going to keep that right knee hugged to your chest. Lengthen the left leg away. We're going to straighten that right leg up to the ceiling now and just have a nice pull onto that right leg. Feeling that stretch through the hamstring here. Good, and then hug that right knee back into your chest. Good, lower the right foot to the floor, keep the knee bent. We're going to take the left leg up to the ceiling, catch hold of the calf, draw that nice, that leg towards you, getting that nice stretch through the hamstring there. And then bend that left knee, lengthen that right leg away. Good. And then we're going to bend both knees, have them back onto the floor. We're going to roll onto our sides, coming back to sitting on our heels here. Just one more stretch really, just to finish off. So back into our child pose, head down between the arms, sitting on the heels, planting the hands into the mat. We're going to round up through those hips, flexing through the back, all the way around, and then driving the hips forward. Draw the shoulders down the back into that back extension. And then again, rounding up through the hips, flexion through the back, and take the weight back down to your heels. Good, one more time. We're rounding up through that back, driving the hips forward, drawing the shoulders down the back into that back extension. And then rounding up through the hips, flexion through the back, all the way, taking the weight back down to your heels. Good. And then we're coming back up onto all fours here. Tuck your toes underneath you. We're pushing up into down dog. Take the heels to the floor, head through to the knees. If the heels don't go to the floor, just take one heel to the floor and bend the other knee. Good. If both heels are on the floor, just take the head through to the knees there. And then we're going to soften through the knees, walk the hands back towards your feet, and then we're rounding back up, stacking that spine, coming up to standing. Excellent work, everyone. Well done. All feeling okay? Okay, so we just pushed it a little bit more today because we had some people missing, who were the ones where we have to be a little bit careful of with knees. So that was good. And so we're not here next week, and then we'll be here the week after. So well done, everyone, and I'll see